thank you for coming in at such short notice. What was that? Oh, yes. Yes, I can understand that. Oh, okay, so you had to juggle childcare around so you could make this session. Oh, right. Yes, I do appreciate that. Okay. So, let me be absolutely frank with you. We like to have these customer chats every so often, around every 6 to 8 weeks, for no other reason than to add an unnecessary layer of complexity and aggravation to our customers' lives. Sorry. Yes, we do like to think we're unique in that respect. Yes. Yep, we actually have this motto. Why do it online when you can waste someone's time? Absolutely, that's what we think. Yep. We like to think so. So, this session, of course, absolutely it can be done online by yourself, with a simple tick box exercise. It's really very quick and straightforward, and of course you can do it in the comfort of your own home. And at the end of it, you would then get a really meaningful analysis of your personal spending habits, so you can see the type of things you're spending, the areas where you're spending most, whether it's leisure, work, healthcare, that kind of thing. And of course, in so doing, you'd be able to then see the areas which you can cut down. The program would actually then give you a personalised, tailored advice on how to budget and keep within your means. Yeah, it's fantastic. But that won't happen today. No. What we'd like to do, what I'd like to do instead, is go through your spending habits with you on a one-to-one basis. You won't get any meaningful review at the end of it. The experience would probably be quite aggravating for yourself, and I'm sure you will come out of it being quite angsty and outraged, as a lot of my customers do. I hem a high, you see. But of course it does make my job much more interesting, and it makes a change than sitting behind a screen all day. Yep. Yep, definitely. So, after all that terms and conditions being, I suppose, the question is, are you willing to proceed? Wow, interesting. Okay, that's interesting to me that you're willing to proceed after everything I've said. It makes you sound like some kind of masochist, perhaps. Okay, great. So, you can see here that I have printed out your previous month's spending habits. Which of course is against company policy to actually print out. I mean, after all, you never know whose hands it could fall into. Absolutely. But I think it would make life a bit more interesting. Definitely. Glad we're on the same page here. Okay. Lovely. So, I think it's best me just waste a little bit more of your time, taking details that of course we will have already, and just check your name and address and your date of birth, which again we'll always have, but we do like to ask to be absolutely sure, and just add a bit more time onto the session. Time is money, you see. Great. Okay, so can I have your first name, please? Sorry. Okay. Again, see, I already have it on here. I just wanted to be sure. Okay, and the first line of your address, please. And postcode? Okay. And you have lived at that address for how long, please? And how many months? 4 months, right. And weeks? Yes, I'm afraid it is absolutely necessary. We are given this information. Okay. And the number of days, please. A rough guess will suffice, of course. Okay. And a number of hours? No, sure, okay. Just pushing my luck there. Okay, right, and your date of birth, please. Okay, lovely. It's great that you know that without having to check. You'd be surprised at the amount of customers who give me the current date when asked. Yeah, it does make you worry for the human race sometimes, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so let's bring it up onto the system, which of course I definitely would not have done before the start of the session. It's all about prolonging this as much as I can. So your account number, or is that your card here? Okay. That's a beautiful number, isn't it? Absolutely. There are some numbers that are really rather quite dull, but the way it's the amount of 3s and 6s in that, and indeed the numbers of 1s and 2s and 4s, the way they blend together, quite a pleasing to the eye. That's right. Okay. And your sort code, yep. Lovely. Okay, then of course we'll wait while the system wakes up a little bit. Wouldn't be a bank if it wasn't slow. Give that back to you there. Here we are. Let's brought you up onto the system. Just enter in a little bit of useless information about yourself. Your occupation, has that changed? Okay, so you're now freelance. Full-time or part-time? No, I agree, that's not entirely useless. No, could be depending. Yep, it depends on the situation as always. Yep. Okay. Okay, and your home situation, please. Are you cohabiting, married, living with a partner, living with a cat, budgerigar? Okay. And for the same period of time you have the house? And how many bedrooms? Absolutely, this is all necessary. Okay, and bathrooms? Okay, you don't want to be too greedy, absolutely. Do you think you will extend? No, okay. Okay, fine. And it's your own property, not rented. Mortgaged. Okay. I'm in two minds whether to talk you through some of our house insurance policy. Oh, okay. Fine. Life insurance. You have that covered? Are you absolutely sure you'd like me to go through some policies with you today? Oh, fine. We could always set another day. That would actually work better for me. Then I have another few one-to-one sessions to break up my day a bit. Lovely. Okay, let's do that at a later date. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's get on to your spending habits. So, are you ready for this? Brilliant. Okay, so just have a look at this top secret information. Oh yes, and that was a card that was waiting to be sent out to you, which so far has failed to do so. I suspect we're waiting for you to fill in the personal spending analysis. But I did cancel that, so you would need to do a one-to-one instead. Yeah. As I said, we like to make things a little bit more challenging for our customers. What's the best page to start on? Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so let's go through this. Go through this. Brilliant. Okay, so 17th of September, you shopped at Waitrose, interesting, for the sum of £13.18, and unfortunately that doesn't tell us the time. Do you remember what you purchased there? No, okay. That might make things a little bit tricky. Never mind, okay. Okay, and then you were at a pharmacy, that same, oh no, beg your pardon, 3 days later you were at a pharmacy and bought something, £7.20. That's interesting. I wonder what you would have purchased there. There's only so much you can buy at a pharmacy. Pregnancy test or? Okay. No, of course. What I'm getting at is whether these sums are regulars and whether they need to be factored into your personal budget spending, or whether they're one-offs. So, of course, something like a pregnancy test hopefully would be a one-off, unless something that you would be doing every month, in which case that would need to be factored into your spending habits. Okay, and here we have a sum to airport taxis, £32. Right, that's quite obvious what that was for, unless you just felt like paying them £32 out of the goodness of your heart, which some people do. Oh, that's interesting. Rolling luggage. Is this a shop or it's like a band? Rolling luggage, like a Rolling Stones attempt, whatever the word is. Yes, unless you're actually paying someone called Rolling Luggage. Okay, so this is the first time now you have your salary entered into that. Okay, I will skip that just in case. The walls have ears and we want it to be confidential, of course. So, let's have a little look. And who's this please? You're paying your partner for why? Okay, you're the mortgage, that's interesting. Now what really stands out to me here is that you seem to shop at really at the extreme end. There seems to be no grey area. So you're shopping one day in Waitrose and then you're shopping in Lidl another. Would you mind me asking why this would be? Bizarre spending habits. Yes? Okay. Interesting. Okay, well I'll let that go for the moment, but I may well come back to that at a later date. Okay. Well, this is an uncollected checkbook. You don't like checks. Well, we do like to send it out to their customers. What you'll find is if you fail to come into the bank yourself to collect the checkbook we send you, we'll send a new one out to you approximately every 4 months. So before long, you would have quite a collection of uncollected checks. Bit of a surplus there. Okay, this is all the various crazy bumps around your spending. Okay, let's have a look here. Gracious. So you spent £62 on clothes on one day, followed by £2.50 on grocery. I would say priorities. That's all I'm going to say on that. That's interesting. Here, okay, fuel for the car. And what's the main use of the car? Is it leisure or business? Or, of course, you have children, don't you? So I'll be throwing them around. Absolutely. Yep. Signed up to be a taxi service for the next 25 years, I suppose. Okay. Okay. It's really all much of a muchness, really. Now, there was something interesting. Excuse me, having a bit of a cheeky yawn I saw earlier in the proceeding. Let's see if I can bring that for you, which interested me. Oh yes, okay, so you receive your salary, of course, and child benefit. Okay, and so that's interesting. And vet's bills, that's coming to rather a lot. Is this a one-off? Has your pet suffered an illness, or was involved in a car crash that wasn't their fault? Okay, so they are indeed a budgerigar. Okay, well, it happens. Can't rule out the most improbable situations all your life, you see. Okay. Actually, this is going through your spending is actually not as interesting as I thought it would be. It's becoming quite dull, so let's just do a bit of number crunching. I think that would be the best. What would you like me to do with this confidential top secret folder? Would you like me to give this to you to look over for bedtime reading, or would you like me to burn it on bonfire night or something? I haven't even got started on your mobile phone spending. I noticed straight away that you're on pay-as-you-go, are you not? Yep, that's just ridiculous in someone in your position. That's right, yeah, because you're topping up. What did I see here that made me giggle? Well, inwardly I haven't actually giggled since you've arrived, really. You're topping up. You want to be surprised? Okay, you're topping up £30 every 2 days. Yep. I could definitely do some number crunching around that, so I definitely think pay monthly is going to be the best for you, really. Yep, it's not rocket science. It's not even rocket maths, or maybe it's rocket maths, rocket geography. That's right, okay. Oh, it's a little nervous when it does this. Right. Okay, so what do we say? So 30 every 2 days. So let's assume that's about £90 a week. Worst case scenario. That's going to be £450 on your mobile phone bill alone per month. And of course, over the course of a year, that's 5,400. That's a significant chunk of your salary alone. Exactly. Whereas if we compare that with the average mobile phone deal, the pay monthly ones, which are 12 to 18 month contract, they're about £10-20 a month. Exactly. That's quite a difference. That's 240 a year around thereabouts. That's right, give or take. So absolutely. Would you like me to write that sage piece of advice on a post-it note for you? Okay, I'll get that post-it notes. Would you like me to sign it? Autograph? Yep. There we are. That's for you to keep. Put under your pillow. Okay. So, spending in terms of, so there's that mobile phone, your clothes, that comes to, what did we say? It's 400 every 6 months. Yep. Again, I don't quite know how you have any money left at the end of this, because even adding up your clothes and your leisure spending is around 2,000 a year, which is may not sound that much in terms of your pay packet, but if you add it up with everything else, that's £2,000 you could have in your back pocket. Well, okay, who really goes around with £2,000 in their back pocket? But you know what I'm getting at, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is boring me now. Let's talk credit cards. Now, I'm sure you've heard all kinds of different things about credit cards. You've heard, no doubt, about the bills and that it doesn't come out of your account immediately and that people end up getting into debt, all of which is true. But the great thing about a credit card is that you can spend and spend and spend, as you have been doing, and just forget about it until it's time for the bill. If you really want to be like a lot of people do it, you can forget about it even when it's time for the bill. And of course, it's really good for us. We get commission with each credit card that we palm off on you. So, yeah, but that's right. So, here's a selection of, there's even a little gift card here to a spa. Of credit cards for your per usual. They're all much for muchness in terms of the points you can earn, but obviously the more that you can use, even if you just put even if you just use them once or twice, it's quite nice to have a full wallet really of credit cards. Much better than you can kid yourself you've got more money than you have. That's right. And also they're really nice and shiny. Who doesn't want that, really? So it's got a barcode there. That's it, and reflects the light. No, I certainly don't have a background in sales. That's not my bag. Yep, that's right. So this one is probably one of the best, because the more you spend, the more air points you get back. The great thing about that then is you go on holiday with those points and then you spend more, so win-win all round, depending on the perspective. That's right. Tell you what, let's do a little deal here. I'll put you out of your misery, and I will sign you off now, and say that we've done our 6 weekly review of your spending habits, and I've given you all the various advice that you need, more than you ever could want. And you take these cards. All, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's double check. I do like making sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, you take these 9 credit cards and register yourself. Do what you need to do. And then we never need to see each other again. How's that sound? Great? Yeah. That's brilliant. Okay. So I'll give these to you. Just to make absolutely sure that you are indeed going to... Where's my piece of paper? You are indeed going to register. I need you to sign a contract. That's right. If you just sign it. Here, please. Thank you. It's brilliant, and I'm going to register your details for each of these cards too. Okay, so what was that card over there? That was the Visa. Debit, okay. Yep, it's usually just a copy and paste job. I won't take up much more of your time. Yep, brilliant. Okay, it's okay for me to sign you up for mailings in the post and indeed via email, any special offers the card companies are running. No? Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't want to waste your time. No, that's right. Brilliant. Okay. That's me done. Thank you very much for coming in, and I wish you all the best with your insane spending habits. Sorry. Right. Absolutely, I do understand. Okay. That's right. Shut your door. Shut my door, I should say. Shut my door on the way out, please.